Hi, my name is Heather Havenwood, and today we're on a hangout with Kimberly Seltzer. And hi, Kimberly, how are you?
Hi, Heather. Good. How are you?
This is exciting. So I brought you on this awesome Skype or Google Hangout to talk to you about the upcoming Success Seminar event, which you and I are the only females going to be there at this wonderful
I
event.
know. I love it. I
It's
love it.
the two blondes with the John crowd, and Chris.
Oh, right. All the J's.
Yeah, they're all the J except Chris. We got to throw in. I think we're going to name him like John Jr. or something like that, just for the event.
Right.
But
So the nickname with us.
I have the two blondes,
Uh-huh.
actually, the two blondes. So I want to, so we're here. We are the two girls at this event, and I want people to know who you are and what you're up to, and you're in a certain. You've been out there, you've been doing things. I'm going to give you here just a minute to tell people who you are, what you're up to. But first, your website is eliteimageMakeovers.com. So go check that out anytime you want. eliteimageMakeovers.com. So Kimberly, who are you? What do you do? What are you up to right now?
Yeah, I do a lot of different things, but I think at the end of the day, I like to sum it up as I really help people with their confidence. And whether it's, the style that they have going on, whether it's the internal confidence, and to me, it's all symbiotic, because what you're portraying on the outside is usually what's going on the inside. So I work with both. I used to be a therapist, so I definitely incorporate that with the work that I do. So I do go shopping with people and I help them learn about their style, their body type, their colors. But more importantly is like, how can you put yourself together to really give a message to people on who you are? To put yourself out there, is it congruent with who you are? The clothes that you're wearing, the confidence, the body language that you exude. So that's why I love my work, because it's hands-on and it's something that's really easy to change. That's what's so cool about it, because when I was a therapist, it was great to be able to talk about your problems, and people would talk, and don't get me wrong, I love talking. But what I found is that it took a long time for people to change, or people would fall back into their old patterns. What I like about the process that I do with people is really hands-on. So it's going shopping with them. It's really helping people understand what their brand is, and in terms of business, to really up-level them.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So here at the Success Magnet Seminar, and what you do is you work with people on the outside. Like, how do they change this part of them? And the question someone would have is, well, what are you doing at the Success Magnet Seminar? Like, how does that fit? Now, I think it completely fits, because a lot of the people that are coming to the event, speakers, are Joe Sugarman, Joe Polish, John Benson. They're all copywriters, where they got their start as in success in business as a copywriter. But copywriting is psychology. Copywriting is about understanding what people want and being able to express that to them and having them move them to the next level, which is i.e. change. And you got your start way back when in psychology. Therapy, right? Understanding human behavior. And now you work with people on the external part. So explain to us, what is it that you're doing now and how you can help other entrepreneurs that might be behind closed doors every day. Maybe they're in a computer room like they are with me, like I am every day. How can you help them attract be a magnet of success?
Well, and I love this question, by the way, because it's something I get often. And we entrepreneurs, we're notorious for being in our pajamas and working, right? And until we have an event or
Yes.
something. But what's interesting is there was a study that came out in the New York Times, and what was fascinating is that they did a study about these people who wore clothes and their performance, and they found that there was actually changes that happened in the brain that occurred to increase their performance and to behave in a way that actually got them results. So it was really fascinating. And this is scientific proof that what you wear is directly correlated to your performance. So this really is exciting if you think about it, because it means, like when you make that sales call, maybe it's after you come back from a meeting and you're all dressed up, because you're going to have that kind of presence about you and the confidence even behind closed doors. So so I don't care if you're working behind closed doors or you're out there in the public. It's all about feeling good about yourself, feeling confident, and how that is going to impact and directly impact your job, your performance, and actually increase money. This is what's exciting. If you change your brand and you really dress the part and you're wanting to attract like a higher level of clientele and you have more expensive packages, whatever it is, if you dress the part, most likely those customers are going to buy from you just because you look the part.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So it's really easy. Yeah.
And I look at like my t-shirt right now.
I know.
It's my brand.
It totally
is. Being the Boss is Sexy, just in case you can't read that. Being the Boss is Sexy. That's my brand, Sexy Boss. I wear that pretty much on all the Google Hangouts. And I wear pink, right? So I'm being consistent with my brand. Now, the only thing that's not consistent with my brand, I have to tell you, I'm not wearing heels, just so you know. I'm wearing slippers right now. I am. I'm wearing fuzzy slippers. I guess I do. I wear.
Okay, as long as you don't wear that when you're presenting.
I'm not. I won't.
Then you're good.
I'm good.
Because if you went on stage,
I'm red.
Sexy Boss, and which I love, by the way.
And my fuzzy slippers.
And your slippers would get a different result. I guarantee you.
I don't know. That'd be interesting to try. Yeah. Now I'll be wearing heels at the event. Actually, sorry guys, but I love my fuzzy slippers. It makes me feel comfy. But I'm at home right now. I'm working and I'm making phone calls and absolutely. But I do notice when I do go out and I'm wearing my shirt and people are starting to know me as Sexy Boss. I was at an event 2 weeks ago in San Diego. And some people walked up to me. I don't even know them. They're like, "Hey, it's Sexy Boss." I was like, "Hey, who are you?" And I had to kind of dress the part. So that was really interesting to me. People started to know, like, and trust me in my face and along with that brand, and they were starting to put 2 and 2 together. So I absolutely love that. So I'm excited you're coming to the event because you're the only girl with me. Gotta hang with me. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
So who do you think should come to the event? Like, who would prosper from being in 2 days in Vegas with you, me, and then the JoJo Johns, and Chris Guerra as well? Who would be the ideal person to come to this event?
Honestly, Heather, everybody. And I know that sounds so generic, but everybody can benefit from figuring out how they want to put themselves out in the world. I mean, I needed it too. I mean, I have my own story and how my style shifted, and then the results that I got from shifting was amazing. So anybody who's coming to this event is going to benefit from this kind of work, and to me, it's almost like a domino effect, because once you start changing one thing, and I'm sure there's a lot of things that all of you guys are going to talk about to that, effect, but like, for women, maybe it's changing the earrings or lipstick. It's like you're going to want to do more because you're going to start getting like a reaction out of people that's going to be different. Yeah. And you're going to start feeling it. So honestly, everyone.
What about there's going to be a lot of writers and copywriters, I think, and entrepreneurs coming to the event. Mm-hmm. And someone I think about that does really well with his image that I think does very well. Joe Sugarman's one of them, but I think of a copywriter, John Carlton and Dan Kennedy. I mean, they have a certain look to them, that they are really consistent with. And last time I saw Dan Kennedy, he was in an extremely expensive, beautiful suit, nicely done. And I see my dog in the background here. Sorry.
I know.
And I think that's a huge piece of it. Is part of that process for him is he asked for large amounts of money from people. And so tell us about that. How can writers or copywriters or contractors actually really benefit from that?
Yeah, that's a really good point, because not everyone's going to have the same style. Like, I wouldn't put you in the same thing that I would necessarily put me in, Right. And it's because of our brand, our personality, our lifestyle. So like for copywriters or people who are kind of behind the scenes, so to speak, it's really important that they get a style that's consistent with who they are and their brand. Mm-hmm. It's what I keep saying. So if they wore, for example, a tuxedo, that would be weird. It would be incongruent with who they are. Even to get that, big ticket, asking people for money, if they show up in a tuxedo, it's still going to be wrong. Yeah. So it's finding out, again, like their body type, their style. And this is always a fun thing to do, is get people a signature piece. And that's something we're going to talk about. And it's a little secret that you can have, like with your t-shirt, for instance. It's something, no matter where you are, somewhere, somehow, you might be wearing it in a way that, says, "That's so Heather." So, I think it doesn't matter whether you're in front of people or not. You still need to have that sense of style. And moreover, you don't know who you might bump into at the grocery store or at the coffee house. who may be the best potential client for you or someone who could really up-level your business.
Absolutely.
And if you're dressed a certain way, that is going to like magnet, like you were talking about. It's going to be a magnet effect for those people. So that's what I mean. This is really exciting because it's a lot of little things you can do.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're going to be there. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's October 25th and 26th, just in case you didn't know about it. It's successmagnetseminar.com. Go check it out, as well as check out Kimberly Seltzer at EliteImageMakeovers.com. I had to look down. And I'm just excited to have you at the event. And I want other people to understand who you are and why we invited you to the event. And, you know, even there's a bunch of guys and the two blondes, I think it's going to be a ton of fun with the Joe, John, and Joe, Chris, Joe, and, you know, Kimberly and Heather. It's going to be a ton of fun. I think any entrepreneur, writer, contractor, business owner, dentist, chiropractor who really wants to take their business to another level and wants to be able to increase their income, this is the event to be at for the year. I really honestly, from my heart, believe that. So last words for you, Kimberly, for people out there who are maybe on the fence to come to the event.
I'm really excited about the lineup that you have. You know, all the speakers, I think we each offer something really unique and different that is going to be different than a lot of other seminars that are offered. And to be in a setting where you can really like focus, that's also important because, you know, I don't know how many people actually live in Vegas. I love that you are having it there. Yeah. Just to be able to focus and really let go and learn so much from all these people who are coming. So
I love that. Letting go for 2 days in Vegas. That's fun. It's going to be the Palms. Yeah. Ton of fun. Thank you so much for your time today, Kimberly. This is going to be a ton of fun. And I'll see you guys there at the SuccessMagnetSeminar.com in Vegas.